I'm Miss DeLeon.
And I'm Miss Seha. And today we're going to be going over the rules and regulations of pickleball.
So we're first going to start off with showing you the dimensions of the pickleball court.
Let's get started. To first start off, pickleball is played on a badminton-sized court, 20 by 44 feet.
So in pickleball, the net is 36 inches high, and from the net to the non-volley line is 7 feet. Then you have your sideline right here.
What do you mean? Yes.
This puts you at the baseline over here, which is the left serving area. And this is the right serving area. Hi everyone, so now we're going to explain the rules for serving. So when you're serving, you need to be behind the baseline with your pickleball and your paddle. You're going to throw your pickleball in an underhand motion and make contact. It's important that you don't let the ball bounce when you serve. So let me demonstrate what that looks like. You're gonna hit the ball, so it goes behind the non-volley line, but into the box where the backpack is. So if you score a point on your serve, you are now going to move to the left-hand side. So you're going to move to this left box, and you now are going to serve from the left side. So you're going to have your ball, underhand motion, make contact. I'll demonstrate that for you real quick. Making sure the ball goes behind the non-volley line, but into the square where the backpack is. So let me give you a little bit more information about serving. You can only score a point in pickleball on a serve. So if you're serving here and we get the point, you are now going to move to the left-hand side and serve on the left-hand side and try to score. If you score again on the left-hand side, you're going to move back to the right side. And then you'll keep doing this process if you keep scoring. So here's a little bit more information about the serve in pickleball. In pickleball, you can only win a point on a serve. So what that means is if you're serving on this side and we score, if I'm the server on the right-hand side, I'm now going to go to the left-hand side. I'm going to serve, I'm going to score a point, I'm going to come back to the right-hand side. I'm going to serve, the other team gets a side out. A side out means we're not scoring a point on our serve. So I'm gonna stay here and my partner is gonna stay in the left-hand box over here next to me. When we get the side out against the team we're playing against, since I'm in the right side of the court, this right box, I am the first server still. So I will start serving. If we get the point, I come over here, we serve, but we don't get the point, I stay here in the left box and my partner is now in the right box. So now my partner, when we get the side out, when we get the ball back, she will be the first server in the right box because she is in the right box. So it's not uncommon for someone to be the main server at times, because if you can't get the side out, then they won't get a chance to serve. So I know it's a little confusing, but I can link some videos also so you can check it out.
So now we're going to be talking about the 2-bounce rule. The 2-bounce rule is, so once the serving team hits it to the receiving team must let it bounce once. Once they let it bounce once, they can hit the ball back to the serving team, and the serving team also must let it bounce once. So once the 2 bounces have occurred, you can either volley or play off the bounce. Alright, so now we're going to be talking about volleying. A volley is where you hit the ball across court without letting the ball hit the ground. You can do a volley on anywhere on the court, but you cannot do it in the non-volley zone. So typically, people volley right here, right behind the line, just like this. But if you were to step inside of the non-volley zone like that, it will result in a fault.
So now we're going to talk about when a fault occurs. So a fault is committed when the ball touches any part of the non-volley zone on the serve, including the line. So this area right here also known as the kitchen. If the ball is hit out of bounds, it is a fault. If it does not clear the net, it is a fault. If the ball is volleyed from the non-volley zone, so if we volley in here, in the kitchen, behind the non-volley line, or in front of it, I guess, then that is a fault. If the ball is volleyed before the bounce has occurred in each side when we're serving, something Miss Seha or I explained earlier, so if the two bounce rule has not been applied on each side, then it is a fault. Hi everyone, so now we're going to talk about scoring in pickleball. So as you know, you can only score on a serve in pickleball. If you're a little confused about how the serving system, take a look back on when I talked about it so you can get a little better understanding. So after you serve, when you serve and you score your point, you're going to get 1 point. The game of pickleball is played to 11, but you have to win by 2. So it's not uncommon to go past 11 points in order to win.
All right, so now we're going to be talking about line calls. So on a serve or during gameplay, if the ball hits the sidelines, baseline, or center line, that is considered in. On a serve, if the ball hits the non-volley zone line, that is considered a fault. All right, so now we're going to be talking about positioning. So for a singles game, the server is going to be behind their baseline on the right side, and their opponent is going to be behind their baseline diagonally across from them. All right, so now we're going to be talking about the positioning for doubles. So for the serving team, both teammates are going to be behind the baseline. For the opposing team, the person that is diagonal from the server is going to be behind their baseline, and their teammate is able to come all the way up to the non-volley zone line. If you take a look at the paddles, you can see the positioning.
All right, everyone, we hope you enjoyed this video explaining the rules and regulations of pickleball. You can take a look at the links that we've added in our classroom so you can follow along while watching this video. Have a great day. Bye.